meeting to order. Dear Lord, I pray that you guide us always, satisfy the needs that need to be met during this meeting, strengthen us as we make tough decisions. I pray that we will be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose waters never fail. I pray that we will be fruitful. Father, please guide us so that this meeting can be productive. Let us be effective and decisive. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Doug Brown,
Here.
Megan Bray,
Here.
Steve Dorsones,
Present.
Kathy Driscoll,
Here.
Randy Nicholson,
Here.
Jim Muller,
Here.
Chris Cosetti,
Here.
Jeremy Wilson.
All aldermen are present. Tonight we get to honor the National Champions FFA program. Congratulations. Our FFA Ag program is not only one of the largest programs in the nation, it is one of the best. Our students and advisors put in numerous hours of community service, such as helping with the elections, the Christian County Fair, serving suppers, food pantry work, and various other activities. Our members compete at several contests at the section, state, national, and even international level. We have one of the best alumni chapters around and reached monumental success because of an awesome community, school district, and supporters, and I may say teachers added to this. If the three teachers would please stand up, Sue Schaefer, Charlie Dammerman, and Ms. Beckmeyer. I don't remember your first name, but
Megan.
thank you for what you do for our students. Let's give them a round. Some of the awards we received, some of the individuals was Jay Blyler, National Proficiency Award winner in Animal Systems. Tanner Mickey, runner-up in the Star American Farmer. Jay Blyler and Drew Mickey, second place in the National Science Fair Project. Abby Norris and Abby Erlenbush, fifth place in the National Science Fair. And American Dream recipients were Tess Patton, Isabel Norris, and Tanner Mickey. Congratulations to those individuals. Congratulations to the many members who received local and state awards, especially ones in public speaking and records keeping. Your future is very bright, and the city of Taylorville thanks you for all that you have done and for all that you will do in your future. Please remember to give back to your community. Thank you for giving back to Taylorville, and God bless you. If you come forward, I give you this certificate, which now is blank, but we will fill it in. When my secretary gets back, Ms. Schaefer wants to come forward. Thank you. Congratulations. And I present this certificate to you, and we'll name November 20th, 2023, Taylorville FFA Day. Congratulations. So if everyone want to come up this way. You're the stars. Thank you to everyone. We got dinner at Angelo's, and I also got you a cake there. So congratulations. Thank you.
thank you for everything you guys do for us.
Thank you. Motion to approve the omnibus vote resolution. Motion by Alderman Bryant, second. Alderman Skoltedi, questions or comments? Roll call.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Steve Dorsones.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll. Randy Mitchellson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Crystal Teddy.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Motion carries 8-0. Minutes of the regular meeting held November 6, 2023. Minutes of the Cemetery Board of Managers meeting held November 14, 2023. Minutes of the Finance Committee meeting held November 16, 2023. Minutes of the Ordinance Committee meeting held November 16, 2023. Motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Alderman Bryant, second.
Second.
Alderman Olive, questions or comments? Roll call.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Steve Dorsones.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchellson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Crystal Teddy.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-0. Ordinance adding section 3-3-21 to the Taylorville City Code, limiting the number of liquor licenses with video gaming. Motion by
So moved.
Alderman Skoltedi, second. Alderman Dorsones, questions or comments? Roll call.
Steve Dorsones.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchellson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
No.
Crystal Teddy.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryan.
No.
Motion carries 6-2. Ordinance amending section 3-6-3B2 of chapter 6 of title 3 of the Taylorville City Code, increasing the fee for cigarette and tobacco dealer's license from $100 to $3,000.
Motion with comment.
Motion by Alderman Bryant. Second. Alderman Skoltedi. Comment, Alderman Bryant.
I would like to amend this to increase the fee to 500 instead of 3,000 at this time.
Okay, is there a second to the motion to amend it to 500?
I'll amend my motion, or my second.
Okay, need a second, okay? And that is for every cigarette and vape shop and every tobacco license,
That's right.
okay? Motion and a second, roll call.
Kathy Driscoll. Yes. Randy Mitchellson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Crystal Teddy.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Steve Dorsones.
Yes.
Motion, or the mayor
You don't have
votes.
to vote on that one.
Motion carries 8-0. Ordinance amending section 3-6-5 to chapter 6 of title 3 of the Taylorville City Code, sales or gifts to or possession of cigarettes, tobacco products, alternative nicotine products, electronic cigarettes, or nicotine-containing products, vape pens, to persons under the age of 21 is restricted.
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Bryant, second.
Second.
Alderman Driscoll, questions or comments?
There's a typo, Mr. Mayor, on paragraph D. It says 700, and then it says 750 in parentheses. Mr. Dorsones pointed that out. There should be the word 50 in paragraph D under 700, after 700.
Everyone understand the ordinance is $750 fine for the first one?
Yes.
Yeah, comment, Alderman Skoltedi?
Rocky, is $750 the most we can charge by statute?
It is. It's $750 per offense, and each offense is considered each day a violation continues or occurs. But that is the maximum you can allege.
But we can increase the suspensions to be longer?
I'm sorry?
We can increase the suspensions. I think right now it's 90 days and then loss of it, 90 days for second offense, and then loss of license for the year for the third.
Yes, you can do that.
So would you entertain to be able to say loss of license for a full year or for the remainder of the license year for second offense and lifetime loss of license for the third offense?
I would amend my motion to that.
And can we fine them also the $750 for the second offense and the suspension?
I would amend my motion to that.
I would be happy with that as well.
So what we want to do, we want to amend the motion to $750 fine for the first offense. Second offense, $750 fine plus a 90-day suspension. And the third offense is $750 fine plus lifetime.
The second offense will be a $750 fine and loss of license for the remainder of the license year.
Oh, remainder of the license.
And then the third one will be the $750 and loss of license indefinitely.
Is there a
Okay.
restriction on the first offense as far as your, and how long was the restriction for the first?
No, the
No,
first
the first
offense is
No,
just
it's
the
just
fine.
bars. Okay, that's going
Let
on.
me, can I interject something there?
Yeah.
Megan? When you say for the rest of the year, what if there's only 30 days left in the year? Shouldn't we say for the rest of the year or 90 days, whichever is the longest period?
That works.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, so everyone understand what we're voting on? Great. Roll call?
Randy Mitchelson,
Yes.
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Popetti,
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson,
Yes.
Doug Brown,
Yes.
Megan Bright,
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
And actually, Julie, the mayor will vote on this one and the prior one, because it says the city council,
All right.
and he's a member of the city council.
And I vote yes on both these.
Okay.
All right, so motion carries 9-0. Ordinance amending 6-4-1 of the Taylorville City Code, adding a stop sign at New Rocky Drive.
Skip one, Mayor.
Ordinance adding a new section 3-6-3A to chapter 6 of title 3 of the Taylorville City Code, restricting advertisements, banners, signage, etc. on or about the exterior and interior of the licensed premises of cigarette and tobacco licenses to mirror the alcohol one,
The gaming.
24/30.
Right.
Okay?
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Bryant, second. Second. Alderman Brown, questions or comments? Roll call.
Mayor votes.
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Popetti,
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson,
Yes.
Doug Brown,
Yes.
Megan Bright,
Yes.
Steve
Yes.
Dorchenez, Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Mayor Barry.
Yes, motion carries 9-0. Ordinance amending 6-4-1 of the Taylorville City Code, adding stop signs at New Rocky Drive and Western Avenue.
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Wilson, second.
Second.
Alderman Olive, questions or comments? Roll call.
Chris Popetti,
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryant.
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Motion, and mayor votes yes, 9-0. Ordinance approving and authorizing the execution of a business development district number 1 redevelopment agreement by and between the city of Taylorville, Illinois and Heartland Development Partners Incorporated and Cynthia Facina, 201 to West Main Cross Street, phase 6 of the project. Motion,
So moved.
Alderman Skoltedi, second.
Second.
Alderman Bryant, questions or comments? Roll call.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryant.
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Popetti.
Yes.
Mayor Barry.
Yes, motion carries 9-0. Ordinance approving and authorizing the execution of the BDD number 1 redevelopment agreement by and between the city of Taylorville, Illinois and Joshua Assad, 316 West Vine Street and 115 North Webster Street. Motion by
So moved.
Alderman Skoltedi, second.
Second.
Alderman Wilson, questions or comments? Roll call.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryant.
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson.
No.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Popetti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Mayor Barry.
Abstain. Motion carries 7-1. Ordinance approving and authorizing the execution of the First Amendment to the Business Development District number 1 redevelopment agreement by and between the city of Taylorville, Illinois and Mighty Enterprises LLC and John M. Corso and Heidi Corso and Heartland Development Partners Incorporated. Motion by
So moved.
Alderman Skoltedi, second.
Second.
Alderman Dorchenez, questions or comments? Roll call.
Megan Bryant.
Yes.
Steve Dorchenez.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Popetti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Mayor Barry.
Yes, motion carries 9-0. Resolution adding the new vehicle to Exhibit A of the master lease agreement with the Taylorville Fire Protection District for leasing of the Taylorville Fire Protection District vehicles. Motion by
So moved.
Alderman Dorsones, second.
Second.
Alderman Brown, questions or comments?
Got a comment, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
I think I passed out an email what the Exhibit A addition would be. I think I've also shared with you the emails with Dave Odom. I think the replacement cost should be shown at $545,000 in that vehicle.
Okay.
And the last that Mr. Odom informed us that you should expect that delivery of that vehicle the first week in December. If Matt's present, he may have a different date, but that's the last date we knew about. That's the last Fire Protection District meeting last week.
Well, I'm clear that first week to drive the vehicle back.
Make it clear.
Roll call.
Steve Dorsones.
Yes.
If you recall, Mr. Mayor, they refused to allow you to drive the vehicle.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Coletti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-0. Motion recommended the city council to award the low bid for liquid aluminum sulfate to Kimstream in the amount of $520 per dry ton. Motion by
So moved.
Alderman Skoltedi, second.
Second.
Alderman Mitchelson, questions or comments? Roll call.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson. Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Coletti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Steve
Yes.
Dorsones.
Motion carries 8-0. Motion recommended the city council to award the low bid for liquid chlorine to Hawkins in the amount of $2,000 per ton. Motion by
So moved.
Alderman Driscoll, second.
Second.
Alderman Skoltedi, questions or comments? Roll call.
Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Coletti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Steve Dorsones.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-0. Motion recommended the city council award the low bid for CO2 to air gas in the amount of $275 per ton. Motion by
So moved.
Alderman Driscoll, second.
Second.
Alderman Dorsones, questions or comments? Roll call.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Coletti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Steve
Yes.
Dorsones. Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson.
Motion carries 8-0. Motion to recommend to the city council to award the bid for activated carbon to Brentag Mid-South in the amount of $1.28.9 per pound. Motion by
So moved.
Alderman Mitchelson, second.
Second.
Alderman Brown, questions or comments? Roll call.
Chris Coletti. Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Steve Dorsones.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll. Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-0. Motion to recommend to the city council to award the low bid to hydrofluoric acid to Kimstream in the amount of 42 cents per pound.
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Wilson, second.
Second.
Alderman Brown, questions or comments? Roll call.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Steve
Yes.
Dorsones. Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Coletti.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-0. Motion recommended to the city council to award the bid for hydrogen peroxide to Brentag Mid-South in the amount of $3.23 per gallon.
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Bryant, second.
Second.
Alderman Olive, questions or comments? Roll call.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Steve Dorsones.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Coletti.
Yes.
Jeremy
Yes.
Wilson.
Motion carries 8-0. Motion recommended the city council to award the low bid for acetic acid 56% to Hawkins in the amount of 39.6 cents per pound.
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Bryant, second.
Second.
Alderman Driscoll, questions or comments? Roll call.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Steve Dorsones.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Coletti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson. Doug Brown.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-0. And the last motion to recommend to the city council to award the bid for phosphoric acid 75% to Hawkins in the amount of $1.73.5 per pound. Motion by Alderman Brown, second.
Second.
Alderman Olive, questions or comments? Roll call.
Steve Dorsones.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Coletti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-0. Motion to authorize and direct the mayor to sign tender invoice number 231410 for airport project number TAS at 4842 in the amount of $18,787.75 for professional service rendered from CMT, and forward the request to Illinois Department of Transportation for disbursement and approve payment of same pending receipt of disbursement. Motion by Alderman Scartetti, second.
Second.
Alderman Brown, questions or comments? Roll call.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Coletti.
Yes.
Jeremy
Yes.
Wilson. Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryant.
Yes.
Steve Dorsones.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-0. City attorney updates.
Yes, I noticed in the ordinance committee meeting notes that you didn't take any action on the Paid Leave for Workers Act, and have the mayor to talk with me about it. He did approach me. One of the questions was, does it apply to part-time city employees? And the answer is yes. If you don't adopt the ordinance, it would apply, that 40 hours of paid leave per year. I would suggest that the ordinance that the Illinois Municipal League provided to us for non-home rule municipalities such as Taylorville, what it envisions is that you adopt it, and you're going to have to adopt this by December 18th, because you got a 10-day waiting period before it goes into effect. They envision that you would just keep your paid leave policy that you had, it's in your collective bargaining agreements, or that you have in your employee handbooks for non-bargaining agreements. You're just adopting an ordinance that keeps those in place, and you go forward. If you don't do it, then you've got this new law that comes into effect. And one of the big things the league was cautioning you on is that everybody can take a 40-hour leave all at the same time, and you guys would be without anybody for services. So that's one of the main things that the league was putting on. So I would suggest that you put it back on your agenda for December 18th, and we'll kind of run out of time here, but I could just simply take the municipal league form and include it and have it for you for the December 18th meeting if you choose. So I think you need to take some action on this, what I'm trying to say. Is there any questions about that?
Any questions? So you're saying we have to adopt it, or we
If
can't?
you do not adopt it, if you don't adopt that ordinance, then the new statute goes into effect. And the municipal league is telling us you don't want that to happen.
Right.
Why don't we just put it on the next council, whatever Rocky writes up to
Yeah.
keep us safe?
Let's put it on your December 4th council meeting, Rocky.
Okay,
All right?
I'll have something for you for that council meeting.
All right, thank you.
That's it.
Anything
I
else?
did send you an email just a few minutes before the meeting today to give you an update on a certain litigant, so you have that before you.
No problem. Only thing I have is the mayor update. The city employee appreciation party is December 1st. Please let my secretary know if you're going to be able to be here. And the Christmas parade is December 2nd. I've been told the FFA are the parade marshals, so that's a good award for them. And we'll go from there. Committee reports, discussion and/or motions to approve, adopt, and/or deny, and/or table, and/or amend, and/or refer to an appropriate committee in whole or in part the matters regarding the following subject matters discussed at the committee level. Cemetery Board of Managers, Doug Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make this in the form of a motion to recommend the city council to approve the purchase of 2024 John Deere X-750 riding lawnmower from Sloan Implement and Taylor at a cost not to exceed $11,000 be paid from the perpetual care interest fund in the FY 23-24 budget.
Motion by Alderman Brown, second. There's a second. Second by Alderman Mitchelson. Questions or comments?
Mr. Mayor, I would suggest that that motion be amended to direct me to prepare an ordinance. What I understand is that there's another mower being traded in. And as we know, by statute, you have to have this silly ordinance anytime you have a trade-in of a vehicle to buy a new vehicle. So I put that
So you
for the December
amend
1st
your
meeting.
motion by Alderman Brown, second amended by Alderman Mitchelson.
Copy and paste.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call.
Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Coletti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryant.
Yes.
Steve Dorsones.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-0. Finance Committee, Alderman Mitchelson.
We have two motions that we're going to be dealing with. One of them has to deal with the city's general liability and auto property, and the other one is dealing with the workers' compensation policy. The first one, it's increased somewhat because our valuation of our properties and the new vehicles that we bought through the course of the last year has increased substantially, so that we've had some additional costs on that. The new cost is going to be $413,380. So I'll make a motion that we approve general liability auto property equipment for the $413,380.
Motion by Alderman Mitchelson,
Anderson,
second. There's a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Bryant. Questions or comments? Roll call.
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Popetti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryant.
Yes.
Steve Dorsones.
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-0.
My second motion will be for the city council to approve workers' compensation policy renewal for $240,737 to the Illinois Risk Fund.
Motion by Alderman Mitchelson, second.
Second.
Alderman Bryant, questions or comments? Roll call.
Chris Popetti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryant.
Yes.
Steve
Yes.
Dorsones. Kathy Driscoll.
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes. Motion carries 8-0.
One thing that we found out that night was a couple of the vehicles that we purchased, including the truck that we're just purchasing, they had already gotten bids on this from the insurance company, so we're going to be getting free insurance on those couple of those vehicles for a year because they didn't change the amount. So I thought that was a good deal. So, not to pay him $700,000 to do that kind of deal. Anyway, the next thing is a motion to recommend to the city council to direct the city clerk's office to prepare an ordinance pursuant to the Truth in Taxation Act, the sum of $3,452,261.30 for the current fiscal year 5/1/23 to 4/30/24 for tax property of the city. This is the levy that we have to file every year, and it does not exceed the 105. It's 104.99%, and it will be extended in some time in the future, and that includes the maximum levy of, I'll make sure it includes this, of $322,567.39 for the Taylorville Public Library. And I've been informed that the Public Library Board meets tomorrow, and they will be approving this. That's not going to be an issue.
All right.
So that's the motion.
Motion by Alderman Mitchelson, second.
Second.
Alderman Olive, questions or comments? Roll
Just a
call.
comment briefly, Mr. Mayor. Randy's correct. This is something that's required by statute each year. This one of those statutes doesn't make a whole lot of sense because the county has a cap of it 102% anyway. So you just got to have this motion put into effect 20 days before you do your tax levy, and we've always done it at 104.99%. You're not going to get 104.99%. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. I noticed the school is increasing their tax levy and going to a public hearing, and so is a lot of schools, Rocky. Can you
Yeah.
explain why they're doing that and have something to EVA and things like that? Is that correct?
I'm not sure about that, Mayor.
Okay, no problem. All right.
One thing I would like to mention, Alderman Bryant correctly brought up that we seem to have some misunderstanding in the garbage fund as to where those funds are coming out of, and I'm going to continue to get behind that and figure out where it actually is being drawn from. We show in our end of the year report in our audit that we got $194,000 in that fund, but yet when we look at the budget, there's like $5,000 left. So I'm not exactly sure what it is, and I attempted to figure it out over the course of the last couple of days, and quite honestly, it's too confusing for me, so I'm going to have to get an auditor in here to figure this out for us. I don't know if we've taken the money out of the wrong funds, or if we just have this extra funds that we're not accounting for. So we're gonna get it figured out one way or the other, and I wanna thank Alderman Bryant for bringing it to my attention, because I was surprised when she brought it to my attention, so, anyway.
You were surprised I was right.
I was surprised you were right, but besides that, I appreciated that you brought it to my attention.
There's a motion and a second, so roll call.
Jeremy Wilson,
Yes.
Doug Brown,
Yes.
Megan Bright,
Yes.
Steve Dorsones,
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll,
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson,
Yes.
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Popetti.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-0. Ordinance, Mr. Skoltedi.
Thank you, Mayor. First, you have a motion to recommend to the city council to direct the city attorney to prepare an ordinance for the remote meetings attendance for city council members, and make that form of motion.
Motion by Alderman Skoltedi, second.
Second.
Alderman Bryant, questions or comments? Roll call.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bright,
Yes.
Steve
Yes.
Dorsones, Kathy Driscoll,
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson,
Yes.
Jim Olive,
Yes.
Chris Popetti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Motion carries 8-0.
Next, we have a motion to recommend the city council to direct the city attorney to prepare an ordinance to update the city's building codes to conform with the state of Illinois building codes. Make that in form of a motion.
Motion by Alderman Skoltedi,
Second.
second. Alderman Mitchelson, questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Motion to approve and/or ratify payment of bills $283,303.77.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Alderman Mitchelson, second.
Second.
Alderman Skoltedi, comment. Alderman Mitchelson.
I reviewed them today, and there was only one that appeared that was above the ability of a superintendent to spend it. And after I did some additional looking at it, it had been approved by the committee and by the council, so everything was good.
Roll call.
Megan Bright,
Yes.
Steve Dorsones,
Yes.
Kathy Driscoll,
Yes.
Randy Mitchelson.
Yes.
Jim Olive.
Yes.
Chris Popetti.
Yes.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-0. Per subparagraph G of 5 ILCS 120-2.26, this portion of the city council meeting is reserved for any person wishing to address the council on any relevant subject matters concerning the city. The Illinois Open Meeting Act 5 ILCS 120/1FC mandates no action shall be taken on subject matters not listed on the agenda, but the council may direct staff to address the topic or refer the subject matter to a future council and/or committee meeting. If anyone wishes to address the council, please provide your name and address, limit your comments or presentation to 3 minutes, and avoid repetitious comment. Anyone out there like to speak to the council?
Seeing none.
Any alderman like to speak? I'd just like to mention 305 East Poplar. The owners of that property have agreed to give that to the city. The house needs tore down, and so we'll be responsible for tearing it down and the dumpster fees, but we will own the property after that. Rocky, I don't know how we're gonna do that. I'll get you involved with it. They're gonna give us the property, and it's in bad shape, and we've had different comments. Alderman Mitchelson brought up that we can pay for tearing the house down out of our demolition fund, which there's $50,000 or $75,000 in it. And then the dumpster fees may be paid for out of the garbage fund. So we're gonna look into the legality of that. If not, Ward 1 has agreed to pay the dumpster fees, so.
So how does that work? If we can pay the dumpster fees out, then do the other wards that have recently paid for them themselves get reimbursed?
Well, that's something we'll have to talk about, but yes, I would agree with that.
Okay.
So, we will check on that and we'll let you know, but we're gonna take ownership of this property, and, so,
You're going to do that by an ordinance, Mayor, and then
Okay.
also, does this property have any mortgage liens or tax liens on it?
I don't believe so. Andy did a search on it, didn't you, Andy?
I think I did, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
we'll get with you this week or next week and get the proper paperwork done, but I think it's very good, so it needs to come down and
This is 309 West Poplar?
305 East Poplar.
305, okay. Thank you.
All right, anything else?
It's been 2
All right, motion to go into closed session pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2C2 to discuss collective negotiating matters between the city and ASME Local 3349, fire and police employees and their union representatives, and deliberations concerning salary schedules for such employees, and to further discuss any and all subject matters relating to any and all the aforesaid subject matters thereto, including but not limited to settlement, negotiations, offers, issues, and strategy, and to include and present the following persons to be present during all or part of such closed session, namely the mayor, alderman, city clerk, city treasurer, human resource manager, city attorney, and such other person as the mayor may decide during the city council meeting and or during such closed session. So, need a motion to go into closed session? So moved. Alderman Brown, second.
Second.
Alderman Dorsones, roll call.
Steve Dorsones.
Yes.
Kathy Joseph. Yes. Randy Nicholson.
Yes.
Jim Owens.
Yes.
Crystal Teddy.
Yeah.
Jeremy Wilson.
Yes.
Doug Brown.
Yes.
Megan Bryan.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-0.
It's the company that did the work.
We'll recess at
That camera off, Mike.